So, where am I today? I'm in fucking Pennsylvania. Yesterday I was in Virginia because the roads were closed, banned from trucks, banned from motorcycles, banned from a lot of damn people, pretty much. So, snow came twice in the fucking row. And now the roads are open here in Pennsylvania. I'm on 81, going 80 to 380, and then to Walmart distribution center. So this is what it fucking look like right now. Y'all can't hardly see until I get out this damn truck, but this is what my windows look like, and this is what the fuck of the place look like. That's what it look like. So I'm gonna go grab me something to eat. My appointment time was today at 6 a.m. But since all that bullshit happened, and this motherfucker talking about yesterday, he wanted me to leave at 1 o'clock in the morning today. Boy, I can't fucking see at 1 o'clock in the damn morning. All the sleet, rain, all the sleet. What the fuck I'm trying to say? All the sleet and slush and all the ice and all that. And then people driving all kinds of reckless. And hell no, I'd rather drive in the fucking daytime. That way I can see the shit. Sorry for all the cussing, but he had me mad. I was like, bitch, who you talking to? Me drive? 1 o'clock in the morning? No. Hell no. Why, it's snowing and shit? It's still snowing. Hell the fuck no, bitch. Hell no. You can kiss my ass on that one. Hell the fuck no. As y'all can really, y'all can't hardly see. But yeah, it's still snowing here. Let me get my ass down. But yep, it's snowing. All this bullshit. Make sure my ass don't fall. All the slush. This truck stop is very, very full. Very, a lot of people. I don't know which way to go to get to the damn place to go grab something to eat. I'll see y'all in a second.
You think that's the women?
Yeah.
You think that? Well, I think in the natural order of things, I think the man is the prize. Because remember, a real man, provider, protector, guider, teacher, you understand? Because he's the head of the point. Never in no text did you see woman, man, children. You see man, woman, children. Even in the word, it's a guy named man word, seeing he was bored, took a rear, made woman. So her whole being is to be focused around man. You understand? The way the system in society, which is capitalism, it's got the woman thinking backwards. So when the woman is out of alignment, the whole world is out of alignment. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because when she knows her position, it's like the vice president can't be the president. Because you got the president, vice president.
Well, this one, it might be the president.
It might be the vice president. I don't know. I think he's still calling shots. You know, I think he is shallow and ego tripping. You know what I'm saying? But see, understand, when I look at the movie 13, I can see why they want him. Because he's saying, make America great again. See, when they say America, they're not talking about blacks. We're not American to nobody. You understand? Mm-hmm. So when you hear people talk, oh, Americans, they're not talking about black folks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't talking about Asians, they ain't talking about none. You know what? So when they say make America great again, then they trying to make it better for them. And people who call themselves conservatives, the backwardest shit I ever seen in my life. Because in this election, I seen black folks saying they was conservatives. What are you conserving? It was a black chick that was on the news, and she was running for some particular office, not just in Missouri, but it was somewhere else. And she was like, I'm gonna start conservative. What are you conserving when ain't none of your people and you ain't never had nothing? You know what I'm saying? What you want to conserve about that? We want to get rid of poverty and poor and broke. You know what I'm saying? Shit. We don't want no parts of that. You know, so it plays games and tricks on you. If you see, so everything that we're going through, the killing, all kinds of crazy shit, this is orchestrated. This is not just happening. It's orchestrated to fuel capitalism. And I had a post on my Facebook of Richard Pryor 40 years ago. I just put it up here.
They don't come back to you for another 4 years. The schools are shitty. There are no jobs. Okay, so what do people have to resort to feed their kids, right?
It's only
and welfare.
It's
right?
only 3 ways you can make money in America. Either you're gonna work, you're gonna go on welfare. But when Clinton, he had welfare reform, so they kicked you off of that off a couple of years. Or crime. Either women sell their bodies, sell dope, or rob. That's it.
That's it.
Or some kind of white collar
Could
crime.
you imagine if they fixed up the schools, the hospitals, and you had new businesses popping up and new jobs, and people had jobs, they wouldn't resort to selling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's just like you see these DCs. Every DC we see be in the middle of nowhere to feed the other group. But all them abandoned buildings in the city, they can knock down 2 or 3 blocks and put up a DC and hire everybody in the community. Since it's a Walmart in every community, since you're gonna get out of money, workers. But that's where that sign comes from. Do not shop where you can't be hired. I posted that because it was a post from '68. Don't shop where they won't hire you. Why would you go shop somewhere and they can't even hire you?
There's a lot of criminals that can't get hired.
Well, that was part of that transition from Nixon to Ronald Reagan, because they knew, but they wanted to have an attachment. And the attachment was, if you got a felony, you blackballed. So that's going to push you back into the life of crime so that they can have people incarcerated. Couple things with that, all right? They get to charge the taxpayers $45,000 for each inmate. That's one. So if you're a taxpayer, they taxing that money that you paying taxes to the state to house a person. That shouldn't even be there no way. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Second, the food. Like, I used to drive and deliver to penitentiaries from a Bush-owned company called Keefe Foods. And when Bush, this is why it was criminal, because he owns this company. They was trying to figure out how to increase the sales. The only way you can increase sales is increase the population in jail. So he's the president. They made laws that was back in the day. You can drive a car, get caught, police wait on your parents to come get you in the car. Well, they made it a felony. You understand? To keep people in jail, to order the food. Not only the food, because we're talking about like a $2 billion a year industry. They said with the phones, just the phones alone, if you was a guy who worked a 10-hour job, just to talk 5 minutes, you'd have to work an hour and a half. So now just think of the people that talk 30 minutes every day. They taking whole incomes. So that's $1 billion a year industry just on the phone. And nobody's saying nothing but this company called ACC, along with corporate America like Walmart, Walgreens, QVC, CVS, all of them work together. So they work in conjunction with the politicians to make laws that will benefit them. Like that's why everything went to private jails. Because private jails, big business. So now they done found out the way, this is what they do. And you probably done seen them come in, right? So they don't build like a structure like this. They build cubicles. And you probably seen them on the back of flatbeds. It'd be just individual cubicles. Well, that's the jail. And they just put them together. They stack them on top, they put them next to each other, and then they build the infrastructure so you can get in the hallways and into each cell. Well, they done found out that each cell they can make, would probably take them to make maybe 6,000 or 7,000. They can charge $40,000 for a $6,000 or $7,000 sale. And then not forget the money that they get the taxpayers for housing. When you got both, it's cheaper. Cheaper on food. Most of the penitentiaries, they got their own dairies, meat processors. They doing it.
Sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
That sound like iRobot.
It sound like what?
iRobot when he went down the hill and he seen all those what's it called?
Yeah.
Cubicles
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
with all the people inside.
Mm-hmm.
It sound like that.
Yeah, well, shit. Because you got people, you got what is called think tanks. It's about 3,000 white think tanks when you only got 2 black think tanks in the whole America. Okay? Well, the think tanks think about every and any scenario. And they give their findings over to the politicians. And this is how you come up with. So what they saying now, okay, now, all right, let's say it like this. 1969, you had 83% of the black population had 2 parents. That was in 69. They come back in 09, 2009, 82% of all black families are single parents. So with that, they're saying, now check this out. So it went from 83 to 82 single parents. They're saying 87% of the offspring of that 82% is going to jail because they don't have jobs for them. We're at a real war right now. We're at a war for jobs and all that. And they're bringing immigrants in on top of us. And they're getting the loans, they get Social Security, Medicaid, like they've been here. And that's what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like
This was all planned.
yeah, this is
Planned.
all planned. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all planned from the start. Yeah, you're right. And that's what kind of just make it, real bad.
But you know, people are starting to wake up because more and more people are talking like you are right now. I've noticed just in the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So more and more people are waking up to it, and eventually it's going to come down to a revolution of some kind. People are just going to get sick of it, and bureaucrats, politicians.
Well, so we really don't even have to shed no blood if we can get enough whites and the majority of blacks not to spend, we can shut it down. We can shut it down. See, capitalism is fueled by money. It ain't about God. It ain't about what's fair. It ain't about treating a woman right. It ain't about none of that. It's about money and property. That's it. So anything else, because see, you can go on the court and you say, well, I wasn't there, or this wasn't right, or this wasn't fair, and they look at you like, okay, what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? They be like, where the money at? You know what I'm saying? Because you can buy cases.
But see, they did it too, where like anybody tries to open up a little business, trying to make it the American way. But what do they now? What do they do now? Regulations and taxes to where you're in business for a year and you're done. You lose it all.
Mm-hmm.
That was planned too. That's how they keep it, stay in power and keep us
Mhm.
down.
Right.
You know, I mean,
It's a bunch of things happening simultaneously. It's at least 50 things happening
probably.
simultaneously. Not, it ain't just, okay, you're just black and we ain't gonna hire you. We done went through some mental brainwashing. So most of the people that you see out here, 2 eyes, 2 arms, look straight, look normal, but they crazy in the motherfucker because they've been brainwashed. Now look, now this is black man, and I see you a Nubian sister. They saying you not pretty from the studies, putting the little girl at the table, say put the white doll here, the black doll here, and they say you pick out the pretty doll. In every scenario, she went to the white doll. So they already knew they had something going on there. So now these women ain't little girls no more. They grown women that then grew up thinking that they're not pretty. So now they fund $1 billion a year industry putting hair in their head, putting eyelashes on, putting nails on, instead of help building the community.
Right.
Supporting their black man. You understand?
Mhm.
Because see, in order for something to work, it's got to be an order. Man, woman, child. President, vice president, speaker of the house. Doctor, nurse, transport, whatever. You know what I'm saying? See, it's always a system to it. You got the pastor, assistant pastor, the head of deacon board. See, it's always an order. And that's what makes it work. But when you hire the woman over the man and teach her to say, oh, well, if you cannot support, I don't need you. I can do bad all by myself. And that devastated the community.
Yeah, because once you take the father out of the picture, you're breaking up the order.
You breaking up
I mean,
the
look
order.
at these commercials. Like I seen one where there's like a garbage bag, and the man actually needs help from his woman to show him how to open this garbage bag. Have you ever seen that commercial?
No, I ain't
Shit
seen
like
it.
that.
I ain't seen
It's
it.
like a man is totally incompetent
Mhm.
and has to walk around his woman like a little puppy because he's so too stupid to know what he's doing.
No, right.
You know what I mean? And that's been like that for years, man. I've been
Demasculating.
Huh?
Demasculating.
Yeah,
You said what?
the mask. Yeah, just
Yeah.
pretty much cutting the man's balls
Oh,
off.
oh yeah. And not only that, in Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3, you done seen Hidden Colors, ain't
Mm.
you? You ain't seen
I seen them.
it. Okay.
My brother forced me to see
Well,
them.
in 2 and 3, they talked about the SAG. So this is a mental
It is.
brainwashing. No, it's a mental brainwashing for the men to want to slide their pants down to their asses. And they're saying the next step is to just take the pants off altogether. And that's what you see. 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old men now want to be girls. And they have taken the sex changes and doing all that
All
shit.
kinds of shit.
The brainwashing. So we got beyond the physical control, shackles, beating, whipping, to now let's control the mind. And if we control the mind, we got the body lit.
Media, commercials,
All of that play a part of it.
schools, even what they teach our kids in school now.
Yeah, I can remember back in the day, they would study hollering at black parents, stop your kids from looking at TV, cut them off. But see, back in the day, at 12 o'clock, TV used to go off anyway. and it made our kids brighter. Because now they just not pouring information from looking at a visual and just constantly being bombarded. You don't have, the brain it can't catch up, it can't process. You know what I'm saying? So when the TV go off, you process what you've seen and you can put your touch on it and advance your mind. So now they killed all that. We're gonna stream it 24 hours. We ain't gonna let nobody get no time to get no break, catch up, learn nothing. And that's what they did. And I can remember when, even in our community, they used to say Louis Farrakhan was militant and was a racist. That brother was on point. He might have did some shady shit on his side or whatever, but he the only person that I've ever seen with the consistency that'll take a bum or a criminal and you see him in suits on the corner. That cleaned them up. You know what I'm saying? And kind of gave him a purpose rather than just out here doing nothing or trying to get high or get drunk.
Not only that too, the government helps bring all them drugs in, all the heroin, all the everything. They help that come in.
Yeah, because and that happened under Ronald Reagan.
Really?
Yeah, because they had see what they had was the Contras in South America. Well, Congress was funding that war. They decided overnight that they didn't want to fund it no more. And they cut it off. Well, what they did, the politicians that was in power allowed...
Shit, look how piled up it is. And shit, this is my trailer. It's all snowed and icicled and shit. Oh my goodness, it's cold as shit. Look how far that is. They piling it up right here and shit. I better get my black ass back in this truck. It's cold.